Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a multiple USB installer for your Mac. This way you can have multiple OS versions on one stick, or you can even use an SSD drive for this. I would not recommend a hard drive. They are way too freaking slow and and they're not very reliable. SSD on the other hand rules and much faster. All right, so we're going to use a USB stick for this. And we're going to pop it in. You must follow these instructions to the T or things are not going to work out for you, okay? So the first thing we need to do is stick in our stick, and we're going to go to disk utility. We want to go to the main container. Anytime you format any drive, including your main OS drive, to reload fresh and clean, especially if you are going to sell the computer, but even if you're not, good idea, format the entirety of the drive, okay? But you pick the main container, which means under disk utility up here where it says view, show all devices is what you want. You go to the top container, which is in this case my Mac OS internal drive, and it's gonna wipe that sucker naked, okay? Anyways, same thing with my Thunderbolt drives, etc. Okay, so this is a USB scan disk or SanDisk, sorry. 3.1 Gen 1 USB drive. It's USB-C, USB-A, connectors on it. Doesn't matter. Okay, whatever you need, that's what you buy. Anyway, so we want to hit erase. Okay, and we have to make sure of a couple of things. Number one, you must be on macOS Extended Journal. You must be on Guide Partition Map as well, because you need to also partition this drive afterwards. Okay, and we're going to hit erase. And even if you're not going to partition it and you're just going to do one OS on here, still you got to use Guide Partition Map. Not optional. Hey, blame Apple, okay? Anyways, erase. Doesn't matter what the name of it is. That doesn't matter. It could care less because all the names are about to get changed anyways when you create your installers. All right, now we're formatted. Now this is a 64 gig stick. It formats out to 61 and a half. Okay, so now we're going to go partition, and we're going to go plus and plus. Now we have three partitions that are equal. Now we can go ahead and we can give these names if we want to, but we don't have to. Okay, because we can name them. Oh yeah, not whatever we want, but yes we can. Okay, so in this case, if we want to, we can just go Sonoma. Okay, we want that partition to be Sonoma. Doesn't really matter anyways. And we're going to click on this one, and we're going to say Ventura TURA. And then this one, we're going to just call this one, let me think. Oh yeah, Monterey. All right, so then we're going to hit apply. Now, we're not going to mess with this size. This is the funny thing is, as the OS gets newer and bigger, so does the requirements for a stick, okay? So you're going to want at least 20 gigs on each one anyhow. And besides, you might as well use the space. You can't use it for anything else anyhow, whatever is freed. So just leave it there and you're fine. All right, hit apply. Now, if you do have a big enough stick to make even more partitions, then by all means, rock on. I think ideally, if you wanted to get enough OSs, like a 256 gig stick, would be wonderful. Or like I said, you can use an external SSD drive. It depends on what you're plugging this thing into down the road, how many OSs you're going to need, what versions, etc. These particular three are all very much runnable on the M1 chipped M1 Mini that I have. I can also go as far back as Big Sur. However, I don't have enough space on this stick to do all four, so I only had enough for three. So that's what I did with my 64 gig. Now, this is a blank stick because I'm walking you through it. I do actually have a stick already made. We'll get to that in a few minutes. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to go to two different websites that you're going to require. One of them is support.apple.com/en-ca102 662. The other one, you can pause the video if you want to get that link, as well as this one here. I'll just put the links below probably anyways. And this one here is going to be 101578, and you're going to scroll down this page till you get to all these sudo commands for your terminal. Okay, you need these in order to create our wonderful little drives. Now, they do say, depending on which Mac OS you download, after one of the following commands in terminal, as instructed above, replace my volume in the command with the name of your volume if different. I would just suggest leave everything default, and I'm going to get into that, okay? So give me a sec. The other one you're going to need is your download links, okay, on this page here, how to download and install. Now, from the App Store, these are the only OSs you can currently get from the App Store. Anything below them, you must use a web browser, and for the record, Google Chrome cannot open them up. You have to use Safari. We don't know why, other than Apple being a stickler, which they tend to be, and they force you to submit to this one. Because I tried it, because Google Chrome is my default browser and set as default, but I actually had to use Safari, which sucked. So I had to copy and paste this into Safari and get back to this page just to get access to these. Okay? And how these are made, there's instructions for that, so don't worry. But these ones here are the ones from the App Store that we need. Now, you can download them all into your applications folder at one shot. It likely will not make a difference. I took the safety out because this was my first time making a multi-installer. I usually only make them as I need them on separate sticks. This time I thought, I'm going to make a multi-installer. And so I opted out for the safety part, but I don't think it matters either way, and I'll get to telling you why in a second on that one. Okay, so we got our drive formatted, we got it partitioned, we put a bunch of names on here which are going to get altered anyhow because they have to be called install macOS Monterey, install macOS Sonoma, etc. Now let me put my stick in the drive that I did create already so you can see. Now, by the way, this is the menu you'll get greeted with, my wallpaper right now, when you are booting up your Mac. And to get to this, of course, you will have to hold down your Option key, then turn your power on your computer. Do not let go of the Option key until this comes up, okay? So now they're each called Install macOS Monterey, Install Ventura, and Install Sonoma, and the names of each drive partition matches what's inside, and we know we're good to go, okay? So that's how it's going to turn out for you in the end. All right, so let's get that out of there for now because we don't need that. Now, this is where we get into step 2. We download what we need. That will come from the App Store. You can only download OSs that your Mac supports. Now, currently I am running Sonoma, okay? So when I grab Sonoma, it is going to completely download, and then it'll fire up and try and install, right? But it's not going to unless you hit that pretty little button. At that point, you're going to quit, okay? Because you're not trying to install, and you can't use that as an installer to the stick. You have to make a bootable installer, okay? So what we need to do here is to quit. Now, because I'm running the most current OS, and this would apply for whatever current OS you're running, the next one down the list, Ventura. Well, I'm not running Ventura, so what do? Well, we do the same thing. It'll take us to the App Store. We can hit Get, and we can start downloading that as well. Now, when it is finished, it will crap out on you saying, hey, you can't do this, man. Like, this is too old, and you're running too new. Don't worry about it. Just hit the little button there that's in the dialog box and just quit out of it, and you'll be fine, and go to the next one. Download however many of these you want to do based upon the size of the stick or drive you're using to make all these things. But you can only download supported versions for your computer. So I can do Sonoma, Ventura, Monterey, and Big Sur. And these will all be fine, and I can hit the get button on all of them, no problem. If I attempt Catalina, because my computer is an M1 Mini, it does not support Catalina, or if your computer does not support Catalina, it'll be ghosted. You need to have a computer that supports the OS in question, okay? So, and then of course you do have these ones here for the much older versions: Sierra, El Capitan, Yosemite, Mountain Lion, and Lion. And of course, I don't even remember, because it was so long ago, I created a Snow Leopard installer. I don't even remember how I did that one or where I got it from, but these ones are at least all available here. All right, so next thing we need to do, we need to fire up whichever sudo we want. So let's say Monterey. Okay, so just basically you triple click 1, 2, 3, and it highlights everything it needs, and you hit copy, you fire up terminal, and you click here, click paste. Now it is going to say sudo / applications install / macOS / Monterey.app. Okay, contents, resources, blah. Now it does say my volume at the end. You can change this name, but I don't see a point in doing that. Okay, I saw a video where a guy is like, oh, I'm going to change the name to this. I don't see a point. I would rather just go with the defaults. It's less hassle to worry about, etc. Okay, now here's where things get critical. It is at my volume. Okay, now if we close this window out, we're going to do Monterey first. So whatever container we called Monterey, or even if we didn't call any of these anything, it doesn't matter. But you do have to make sure that where it says my volume, this also says exactly as written, with the capitals and the lower cases included, for where it says my volume, capital M, lowercase y, capital V, and then the rest all lowercase for the rest of the volume. That drive partition name here must match this name here. That is important. So you can change the name if you wanted to, but it has to match precisely, okay? Or it ain't going to work, baby. All right, now you'll also see Monterey. So if you downloaded all of your installers into your application folder first, which you can do, it already knows it's only going to go after the Monterey installer, okay? So just keep track of which one you're doing and you'll know. And besides, once it's done, it'll now change it to like probably just install macOS Monterey, because I went with the defaults with the whole my volume thing, okay? Anyway, so this is my volume. This is fine. Once you're done that, make sure your window here is active, okay? Press enter, type in your password, and then hit enter, and then it's going to tell you what's next. Now, in this case, it did not find that installer because I deleted all this stuff off my computer, which is why we're saving you time, because it takes quite a while to download each installer, and it takes about a half an hour roughly to create each installer. So I'm walking you through the process in this amount of time so you can just do it and it saves on video time. Now, if the installer was actually in the applications folder, it would take you to the next stage, which would be pressing yes, I want to do this. It would start erasing your drive. It would start copying your stuff and making the drive bootable, and it will let you know exactly when it is done. Do not quit the terminal until it says that the install media is ready, blah, 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 because if you quit ahead of time, you screw up your install and you will have to do this again. Wait for it, because even once it gets to 100%, it still takes about a minute or two before that very last dialog shows up where it says it's ready. Once it says it's ready, then you're done, okay? Then you move on to the next one. So when you're done that, you're going to quit your terminal window, get out of there. You're going to go back to the website. You're going to grab your next sudo command for the next OS. You're going to do the whole copy thing. You're going to fire up terminal. You're going to go do the whole paste thing. And then you're going to take the next drive and you're going to call it my volume, because this one will then be changed to install Mac OS Monterey, so INSTAL. Well, Mac OS. We're not typing it exactly as written. You're just going to get the idea here. MONTEREY. So this one will be completed as install Mac OS Monterey, and then this one here, you now are going to call this one my volume. I just go with defaults. It saves so much trouble, right? Because it's going to change it anyway. So then I'm going to take this. Now you'll notice here it says Sonoma's next. It's going to grab Sonoma out of there. And again, it's the exact same process. Once you put your pseudo link in, press enter, type in your password. Now your password you are typing in, by the way, is your screen login password, not your Apple ID password, okay? And then, of course, again, you'll hit enter. And for us on this video, it's just going to error out anyways because I don't have that installer in there. So hopefully you get the idea. And then when you are completely done all this, okay, these will all be renamed accordingly. And they will all be completed. Just make sure you wait until it says the install media is ready. Because again, if you pull it out ahead of time, it is going to screw you over and you will be restarting from scratch yet again. All right, so now if you want to create other installers that are not supported by your computer you're working on to do this, you're going to need another Mac that does support those other OS installers in order to do this. Now, for me, I mean, I do this stuff because I work on computers for people, and I figured, you know what? A pile of sticks is driving me nuts, okay? So it's kind of like, well, if I can fit a bunch of them on a stick and reduce my sticks from 20 down to like 3, then I'm happy. Eventually, what I am going to do is I'm going to grab myself an SSD that's more than capable in sizes, and I'm going to grab every single Mac OS I possibly can, which can support any Mac. And it's just because I want it. It's available, and it's kind of also really cool when you load up your computer and you get this look of, ooh, with my Mac HD and all the installers. Which one do I pick today? Okay, so, but anyhow, you get the idea, right? So that's how you do all this stuff. It's a lot of fun. It can work for you, gives you options, and a whole pile of less sticks that you're going to need now. So you should be able to, though, realistically, you should be able to get all of these within a 256 gig stick, okay? So, and I would probably make maybe a couple of sticks that are all the same, just to give yourself backups. Anything can go wrong with a USB stick, so if you don't want to chance anything and you don't want to have to do it over again, okay, just, you know what, just make a couple of sticks of everything, and then you have a couple of sticks. Do it whatever way you want. You know, I like to have redundant backups of backups. Same with all my software on my Mac, at least as far as my games go. They're all backed up, but I can re-download them if I wanted to. But all my important data, I literally have 4 copies across 4 different drives, plus my main drive. This way, no matter what happens, I have backups, and I keep all those backups up to date. I learned my lesson the hard way once from not backing up even the first time. So, yeah, just be aware of that sort of thing. Back your stuff up, kids. All right, that's it. That's all. If you have any questions, comments below, I will put the links to those websites just to save you some time. You can just go click, get the 2 websites up that you're going to need to do this with. And enjoy, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next one.